Hi there everybody, how's it going? This is Matt the Tomato right here, hope you're all well. Welcome back to Prison Architect. We are playing the minimum/normal security prison here, where we are starting to build up the minimum security area. And eventually, once we've done that properly, we will build up the normal security area. So let's go with an office desk there and an office desk there. Don't need two, but I'm putting in two just for the lols. Let's put two tables in over that way. We're going to probably want some extra tables at some point when the prison gets bigger, because we're going to need everyone's going to be processed in this one room. So this is going to be madness. This room is going to be nuts. So we're going to want some extra capacity in here, but that's why I've made it relatively big early on and shoved the holding cell over into the side. Right, what we can do is we can close those two doors. We don't really need those to be open. Close that as well if you wouldn't mind, because people can escape there. So build a shower, 2 guards, 2 cooks. Okay, so we can be cheeky here. So let's grab a couple of guards, put you there. Grab a couple of cooks and put you there. Now if I dedicate this to be a shower real quick, it will obviously stop the holding cell. But will it complete the mission? It did. Brilliant. Okay, and now we can make that back into the holding cell. There's a temporary moment where there is all those things, all the criteria is met. So, right, fantastic. So that gives me a little bit of money to play with, and also allows me to take another grant. Let's pick up the inmate health and well-being. I think one of these buildings over here might become a infirmary. Maybe I should make this one the infirmary, actually, at the back here. Visitation and parole over here. Yeah, that might be better. So if we do a parole room like that. So obviously we'll have a table there. Whoa, okay. Sure. Like that. So 2 parole rooms and then visitation. It's actually quite a small visitation early on here. But we could extend that if we expand out this way. We can extend that. So quite a small visitation, but then it's only going to be for this area up here. So maybe 2 parole rooms might be a bit overkill early on. Sure. Okay, so administration centre, inmate health and wellbeing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to build the administration centre now. The reason being I want to get the warden in and things like that, because I want to start unlocking our bureaucracy stuff. Because that's going to be very important, like the deployment and things like that. We're going to need all of that, and want to start unlocking that ASAP. So let's go ahead and build this massive area here, and then we'll build up our offices. Right, so yard, yeah, we got a couple of 2 guards, yeah. So we've got 5 arriving. Is 5 the only number? It was the maximum we could take, wasn't it? Yeah. Annoying. Two, 3, 4, 5, 10. Might build up this cell block first, actually, before any of the others, before this one, because this is smaller. And also it'll allow me to build up some solitary nice and early. And then I'll build this bit over here because I want to get at least one. We'll probably just build maybe 1 family cell or something over there, because we're going to need to do that relatively quickly. I hate it that it does that. Because if I did it out here, it would have not demolished that wall, but then it wouldn't have built these bits, and it would have been a little bit awkward. No, stop. There we go. Leave some gaps, and the only reason obviously I'm leaving gaps is for doors. So there's no real actual excuse for walking around there. So we'll create an excuse for using this outer path by actually having the doors down on this side. See, this outer path over here is actually not needed at all. but because it looks good and fun. Right, so we don't need any water in here, but we do need electricity to run there, so hopefully that will illuminate everything that's in these rooms as well. Hope so anyway. That'd be helpful. What I might actually consider doing is creating a separate grid for the normal security. Could be a better idea. So I'll have one grid over here for the minimum, and then one grid for the normal. Might save a little bit on power and things like that. Because I don't think this one power unit with all the capacitors will power everything here. Especially if we have another canteen and things down here, then that will struggle to power everything. So, right, so rooms, offices. We'll assign all of these to be offices. Obviously we need objects, so... yeah, we might as well just keep them all going the same way, I suppose. Chairs. Now, if I wanted to run the, there's a particular, I think it's not the alcoholics, it's something else. But there's something that you can run in the psychologist office. And if I wanted to do that, I would have built a bigger office for the psychologist and had some little chairs and things, and you can sit in. Behavioural therapy, that's the one. That is run in the psychologist's office. Right, I'm going to actually lock these now because we have prisoners ready to come in. That needs to close. It'll probably close when the prisoners come in. Excellent. Okay, so filing cabinets are all we need over there. And then we should be able to hire our warden. I'm going to put her in now. There we go. And she will eventually get an office to work in. So with that, I can now look at stuff over this way. So we'll go finance, security, health, psychology, and maintenance. In that particular order. I want to get finance first because that allows me to get the accountant, which allows me to complete that mission. And then, of course, we want the health so that we can get the infirmary going over there. Might need a bigger infirmary on the normal security side as opposed to the minimum, because obviously there's going to be more trouble on the normal security side. Right, so we've got prisoners coming. That's going to be good. So they're obviously going to come in here. I'll hire a couple of extra guards preemptively. Prisoner intake. There we go. So here comes our first load of prisoners. So at this point, we can only take on another one because we only have capacity for 6 in the holding cell. Right, these doors are now locking themselves. That's good. Yeah, I'll just open that for you. Really? It's not reached that far. Well, that's interesting. And annoying as well. Oh well. Wait, what? Oh, I did maintenance first. Ah, damn it. I wanted finance first. Come on. Get what I'm going first. Yeah. Do finance first. Because I need to get that mission complete. One is already awaiting solitary confinement. Really? Alright, we have a family cell prisoner there as well. So, let's build a simple block here. With a jail door there. And we'll follow that up with the construction of this block here. With a large jail door there. So we'll get some cells going nice and early. Now, of course, cell block A and things like that is a good mission, but that raises your prisoner capacity to 15, and this is only 10 plus the family cell, which will be 11. So there's no point taking that on just yet. We have one for solitary. She found drugs, and Lily Platter over here has a kid. Let's establish some things here. You have a son, age 6, okay. Ex-husband. Daughter 0. Oh, that must be her then. That's the daughter. Richardson, Emily. Mother 59. Just having a look at shoplifting and burglary. Nice big family you have there as well. And your name is just M. Ray M. Drunk disorderly behaviour. Okay. She's only got 1 year though, so she'll be out of here quite quickly. And I'm actually quite happy about that. Because obviously if she's out of here quite quickly, we can get the early release. So we can take on more prisoners. And if we get the early release benefits, then we will be able to get some additional money for that. Okay, cool. I'm going to also sort out the regime, because this is awful. So let's hit work, free time, work, free time. No. Eat. Work, free time. Yard. Work, free time. Eat. A little bit of free time there, lock up and sleep. So this means, basically what I've done is I put in that extra little bit of free time at the end, and the reason for that is because if you do actually end up working for the whole thing, or you have an education program or something, you at least get 1 hour of free time in the day. So that means that they can't complain. You know, they at least get some free time. Right, so I'm going to do this family cell first. So utilities. We don't need to actually dig that too much there. And well, we'll run that through there. See, the problem here is I would like to run the pipe along the outside here. So that I mean bringing a pipe in here and coming up this way. Yeah, that's actually a better idea. So we're obviously going to need to run a pipe along here anyway, because we'll have cells here. And then what we'll do is we'll run a pipe that does that with a view to having connections to the toilets. So objects, actually let's assign this to a room first. So family cell, bed, toilet, crib, shower head. So bed, okay, toilet, we could probably like, well, she's the only one in the cell, but we'll do that. And then objects, really, it's not actually, there we go. So we could put the crib next to the bed, I suppose. And obviously we need shower head, so hang on a minute, let's do this differently. So obviously the door's here, so if I do this, then go toilet there, drain, shower, so that nobody can actually look through there and peep, because you know what blokes are like. So we can do that, and sure, we'll put in something like maybe a bookshelf as well, or something. That'll be good. Really? We found some hammers. Okay. Okay, power's okay there. Yeah, so if we get that sorted first. Alright, get rid of that. So that at least gives us 1 family cell. We should have enough money to finish this cell block here. We obviously need to put in some solitary. So, utilities, the water's coming in through here, that's great. Let's actually use this here. Run that through to there. Then materials. We'll get the... Actually, we can just complete this. We have enough in the bank to be able to just about do this. And of course, after this point, they're going to start complaining about the environment and things like that. They're going to start complaining that they want spirituality. They're just going to complain all the time. So, but until we can get that going, so utilities. It's actually a bit of a waste of money, that, but makes me feel better that that's like that. Okay, we're getting there. See, this is where I would like deployment already, because I'd like to put a guard in the holding cell. Because I don't know what they're up to in here. You can dig out the holding cell. It is perfectly possible. So, okay, we've unlocked all that stuff. There we go. I just wanted to make sure that we had all our bits and bobs. Now, actually, I'm going to hire the accountant here because then I can pick up the reward. So let's put you in, and we can pick up another grant. And I might take cell block A here. I'll take that because that's a big payment when you complete it. So the family cell is done. So she's actually in there now. Lily Platter is actually in there. So we can close that door now. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a little cutie? Look at the little cutie pie. Has no clue what her mum... What has her mum actually done? Counterfeiting currency. Ooh. That's a bit nerdy. Right. So I'm going to get the solitary cell set up first. We can add these two in later. We can save ourselves a little bit of money here. But we'll get the solitary... You know, no, actually, we have enough money, don't we? But then I might want to build some of the other bits and bobs while I'm here. Want to save up to build the infirmary. It's only another couple of hundred, though, isn't it? Yeah, that should be okay. Okay, so let's build some toilets here, then, and we'll get some beds, and we'll get these cells set up. Also means we can take on more prisoners, so that'll result in more money overall. Now, there is the potential to build some stuff like dormitories. That is something I'm definitely considering, certainly for the minimum security area. I'm actually going to put in some bookshelves in here as well. It increases the cell quality from below average to average. And basically, it does make prisoners a little bit happier just by having a bookshelf. Now, of course, they all want radios, TVs, and they want their own shower and crap like that. But now, that's a very good point, actually. We might need to put this a little bit in over here and put in a little shower over here. We might actually need to do that. Or maybe in the middle here, put in a shower. Yeah, let's do that. And the question is, can I shove in a drain? Would that count as an entrance? I don't know. I guess you could temporarily put in a door, and then we can dismantle the door afterwards and just have showers and things like that in there. Because we might need a little bit of showers for these guys. This cell block over here will have its own set of showers, so we don't have to worry about that. Of course, the family cell has her own shower in there, so we don't worry about that. Okay, here come the bookshelves. Right, none of these guys are sleeping. Interesting. I do want to get the infirmary going pretty quick as well. That's a quick one that I would like to get. We'll only probably need just the one doctor for that particular job, but we'll hire the two. We'll complete the mission, and then we'll sack one of them because we don't need two of them here. So parent capacity, minimum security. See, what I will do is I will make use of the deployment here, and I'll actually assign zones to be minimum or normal security or things like that. We'll assign those zones outright, because that way we can say, well, no normal security can go in this area, or no minimum security can go in this area. So we can assign those zones appropriately. I can say, where are you going? You must be going to pick up the bed now. Yeah. Also, we need to put in the pipelines for the toilets here. Let's just do that. Slightly more expensive way of doing that, but cannot be bothered. We have plenty of money in the bank, actually. I tried this when I was goofing around. I tried a similar layout. I did it with a male prison, though. I didn't do it with a female prison, so it's a bit different. But I tried a similar sort of layout, and it worked, but only after I screwed up the finances. I ended up taking out one of the bank loans, which was a bit interesting. Speaking of that, I might actually pick up the extra grant over here. I might pick that up. And the reason for picking that up is purely just to be able to pick up another grant so I can get some more money if I need it. So, okay, new prisoner coming in as well. There we go. So a little bit of extra cash coming in there because of that. Also increases our daily cash flow by having more prisoners. Just one lady though. Who are you? Riley Beswick. Forgery. Wonder what you forged. Might have to get this up pretty soon as well, this visitation and parole. Because they will quickly complain that they can't see their families. Also, this poor girl over here is still stuck over here. Because I haven't actually been able to assign the solitary yet. Let's do that and that. Now, once the pipes still aren't connected up here, once the pipes are connected up, I'll build a couple of solitary doors. We'll get that sorted. Because she's been stuck here for this whole time. Poor old Avery. Liliana over there. What are you doing? What are you complaining about? Oh, this is where I need the psychologist. Environment. Okay, so you are complaining about the fact that our prison isn't very clean and things like that. So I'm going to... Obviously we need to hire the foreman for this, but I'm going to pick up cleaning. And I'm also going to pick up deployment over there. And... yeah, that should be okay for now. We don't need any of the others just yet. So staff, foreman... Put him in, and he can start work on cleaning, things like that, so we can hire a couple of janitors. That'll sort out the environment need. Also, I need the psychologist. Have we completed that yet? No, we're halfway through, though. Why is that not moving? Oh, we also need the chief. There we go. So we can get the chief in as well, so I can start work over there. Is our warden... Yeah, you are researching, but you're resting. That's why you're tired. Okay, cool. Right, so all of this is now complete over here. So, materials... No, objects. That's the one. Solitary door... yeah, sure. Let's build all 4 of them here. And then we'll get some jail doors in, because these cells are now complete. So whoever's in the holding cell can then move in to this area over here. And we don't have to worry about... we don't have to worry about people kicking off because they're in holding. They'll actually have their own cell, and they'll relax a little bit more. Until, of course, they turn around and say, well, I want to visit my family now. And we don't even have visitation. So... Right, so this door here, I have selected door, right? Dismantle. Objects. Just a small area here, there we go, of showers. It's actually minimum security, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it's not the end of the world. 7 for 10 people is okay, though. I'm quite happy with that. Right, she's finally in solitary, so she can't whinge that she's... Right, there's already a light in there. Have I actually got any lights in here at all? Don't think so. Let's put in a light in there. Might want some CCTV in here as well, because we don't know what's going on in there. And I will assign this room to be a shower. There we go. Get rid of that. There we go. And that's basically just the little shower for these people over here. Right, you're outside at the moment. You're with the baby. Cool. I could only see 5 prisoners. Oh yeah, there's one in solitary. Yes. Just checking that we had everybody around and that no one was trying anything devious. That needs to go to the end, and then we can do that. Cool. Make sure that's done. Okay, 1 prisoner is up for parole already. That must be the girl that we had, who was only here for a year. I can't remember which one that was. She was the one who was for counter forgery or something like that. She was here for. So we have these showers in here for the holding, and then we have these showers over here for the cells that are over here. But what I can do now is I'm actually going to close that there, and I can assign these as cells now. So those ladies will be happy because now they can actually move into a proper cell, and they can wander over there. And it also means we have a little bit more capacity. So we've got shared capacity of 10. So if we go to our intake, we can take on 4 more. But it's no longer going to be shared capacity, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the deployment here. And basically, do that. So that tells me and tells the prisoners that only minimum security is allowed in here. And I'll do the same with this one over here. And eventually we'll do the same for the entire thing. If anything, we probably could, like, just do that. All of that is minimum security. And we'll assign the officers to be staff only. So that basically tells everybody that this is a minimum security area and only MinSec is allowed here. So, but also I can use the deployment because now I can deploy guards. So let's put a guard in there. I think we'll have a guard in the canteen as well. What I can also do is I can take on 4 more prisoners that will automatically go into cells, but we have extra holding capacity. So let's say take on 10 prisoners here, because 6 of them will go into the holding cell, and 4 of them will come in over here. And of course, if we do get any family prisoners, we might want to set up another family cell preemptively. Relatively cheap to build anyway, so. And objects, jail door there. And I might just clone that. I think I'll just clone that. So once that's built, I'll just clone this. Or I could do that now, to be fair. So let's hit the clone tool. So what we're going to do is this. Right, yeah, we need the foundation. Okay, that's fine. We need to wait for the foundation to be built. But once that, we can just clone that and just build that there and say, I want this here. So that'll be better. Cool, okay. So the workmen... Oh, we will need a staff room at some point as well. But I'm kind of keen to build the infirmary and visitation/parole pretty quickly here. I can probably close that off as well. There's a guard over here, so that doesn't matter. So 4 guards, 1 deployed there, 1 deployed here. That's fine. So that means we can see everything that's going on there. And we'll probably have 1 deployed in holding pretty quickly. But once we take on these prisoners, I'll hire some more guards. Lock open. Excellent. Utilities, yeah, the power will automatically get across to there. And so yeah, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the quick build, clone, bam, just put that in there like that. So that creates everything. It doesn't create the pipes though, which is slightly annoying. But it creates everything that's in that cell, so we can see drain, yeah, walls as well. It creates all of that. Sort that out, and it just fills that in for me, which is great. Might need to build some extra family cells at some point in other areas, but 2 should be enough for now, I reckon. Once that's done, I'll build the visitation/parole, and then we'll get the infirmary going. Even though the infirmary is actually our quest, they'll complain more about not having visitation than they will about not having an infirmary. So, but I think I'm going to end this episode right here. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you like Prison Architect, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. For now, that's it though. See you later, guys, and join me next time for more for myself, Matt the Tomato, and I'll play through with the minimum/normal security female prison. See you later, guys.